Oh yeah, Robert, we know that you love robots, but what about the original? You have never drawn me! So with that embarrassing intro out of the way, let us talk about this Evangelion unit. In this video I want to talk about basically how to draw something that you've never drawn before, and I never really drawn this before, so I just did a couple of studies, but you can see yourself it went a little bit wonky, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be able to draw it less wonky, but it is difficult to draw this. Here you can also see I did a little bit of exploration and looking at it, but in the end I decided, you know what, let me just really break it down to the basics, like do very basic stuff, and show you how I will approach this. And for that we are taking another piece of paper and we're just gonna do some basic shapes, right? So one problem here is that if you're an industrial designer like me, you're probably not fantastic with anatomy, and the EVA unit is way more anatomy based than anything else. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start with this sort of chest piece. This is going to be a chest piece, and then we have a cylinder, which is something like this, and an elongated, like if you look at the EVA unit, it has quite an elongated broad body. For the legs, I'm gonna keep it simple for myself. I'm just gonna use cylinders as well. Everything is just a cylinder, so I am sort of drawing this out in first stick figures, and then I will turn those into cylinders, just like I did with the legs. Very basic, nothing special here. So what we have to keep in mind, like looking at the, hopefully there's somewhere pictures here on the screen, if you look at the reference, is that actually this is not a robot, it's more of a humanoid than a robot. What that means is that my technology that I love to use of like really rough, big robotic pieces doesn't work that well here. So you have to take a look at what a human arm looks like. So for this you would have to, if you never drew humans, yeah, this would be the opportunity to take. You have to find a trick for yourself to simplify this shape. Basically, we have something like this, upper area, and then even this you can split into two, right? And it's not going to look like that, but it's fine. And then we have the lower area with this chin and whatever comes there. And then on top of this, we also have sort of a weird effect that goes around here. So this for me is already a simplified form, and then here we can carve in an eye, and then we can come up with some things, and then we also place the unicorn. So from there you can see I just keep on drawing in elements, and it looks more and more like what we actually want to draw, but it is going to take a little bit to get there. And still this head looks slightly different than what the actual EVA unit looks like, but you will have to draw this a couple of times because you can't expect to immediately draw and understand. You can do one copy, so you look at the pose and you try to copy each line exactly, but you will not learn from this. You learn from trying to taking it apart and understanding it piece by piece, simplifying it and building it up. And that's what I want you to see, that something as complex as the EVA unit can be drawn relatively simple as well. And once again, so if we look at the legs, they are also just these black sort of sleeves, but then covered in a little bit of armor. If I look at the armor, it's very much, if you have your cylinder, again, it is helpful if you know a little bit of anatomy. I don't know much. I know that there's a muscle there, and the leg looks something like this, and then we have our knee there, our bone comes down, and then we have a bit of an extra muscle there, and then it continues from there. So again, we take this and we just sort of put a little bit of armor on it, and we make sure that to cut it off here. So if I would now draw this out, if I'm correct, we have a cutting line here that's quite prominent. So you just take your marker and tell them, yeah, this is the purple part, and then this all will be the inner part. And then we move on to the bottom of the leg as well, and here pretty much you can, the shape is already good, we just reinforce it a little bit. Make sure that, to take a look, the knee has sort of like a knee protector, and that looks a little bit like this from the side. And if we do a 3D version of that, it should look something like this. So I'll bring that in here. And then break it there. And we also have the armor there. So this comes down onto there. Before we go all the way down to the foot, let me just marker this up. And funnily enough, we have a little bit of green here, which is this part, and a very little bit of, I thought this was yellow, yes, a little bit of yellow, which is this part, and then the rest is black. In this case I'm using dark gray because I think it picks it up better on the camera than just making everything super black. So that would be that. Then we have, I call it a shoe cover, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Like if you look at the shape from the front, it looks a little bit like this. And then if you turn this to the side, I would say it looks a little bit like this. And let's not forget about the two holes there, which would be the two holes here. So this is our little area there. So this you would have to turn into 3D. Again, that's why it's important to start with the boxes. Once you have the boxes, everything else just flows. And then we have, you start out with a cylinder and another cylinder here. But it is good to look up a little bit of anatomy, because we need to know, okay, where is that muscle going to be, that I don't know its name now, and also where is that muscle going to be. You can stand in front of the mirror, look at your own muscles, how they go. You can look at a Spider-Man comic, and then you can also, for the foot, when we draw from the side, you have the toe area, you have this bigger area, and then you have the heel, and then from here the foot goes. This technically is not moving. Well, let me hold my foot a bit. No, because you have the joint here, so this could be one piece, but for this case I drew it as two pieces because I think we need it there. But think of it again, if I just draw a wedge, the wedge is going to have like a ball joint here, so it can rotate in all pieces. And here we cut the wedge and insert a hinge, so that area can move. And then we start building on this and shaping it until it looks something like that. One very important thing that we forgot. The shoulders have these things. So let me just first look at it apart. So if our cylinder would come like this is my shoulder, biceps, triceps, the rest of the arm comes there. Now we, and by we I mean the EVA unit, has some weird thing like this that goes around the shoulder. I do not know what it is. It looks cool, so that is sort of enough. So it is this shape. We have a cut here which is green, and sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't, but there's a little purple thing there. So All right, so now the other thing is that you will have to move this in 3D space as well. So clearly this is going to be something like this if we look at it from above. So this is what you will have to move around every time you draw an EVA in 3D space, which means if I want to put my shoulder thing over his arm there. Yeah, so this is sort of working. We understand that. The arms are working. We understand that. Legs, I feel, are fine. These are a little bit problematic because we're going to have a lot of overlap in lines, especially if you directly draw with a fine liner. And the head, just because there's so much detail to be put there. So let us just try and summarize everything that we learned here. With all that knowledge, yet let's try this again. And I'm gonna do a slight 3/4 view, and I'm just gonna set it up with stick figure first. So we have the stick figure. I want to do a little bit of cylinders as well, just to know on what to build. So this time I drew in these shoulder blade things relatively early on because I want to know what they will cover and what will be fine. And now I think we're going to start with the head first, just because that is going to be a lot of detail. I have the tendency of drawing my heads overly big, so I'm going to try and make it as small as possible. I'm going to start with a chin, and then from there I know, okay, so this is where the helmet part is coming in. I'm pretty sure the head is ginormous, even though I was trying to keep it as small as possible. I feel I tremendously overdid it, but it is what it is now. I'm gonna stick with this. These shoulder blades look slightly different in almost every illustration that I see, so I'm not too concerned sticking to something precise here. Okay, I'll return to my marker just to outline a little bit the chest pieces here. Something that I'm missing, that I feel especially anime and animation people have, is simplifying. They are so much better at simplifying shapes, and I feel like I do the opposite. I complicate everything. So that would be something that's good to learn for me. So to fix how big my head is, I elongated the body a little bit, but now the legs are super short. So I will have to make the legs a little bit longer, which sadly in this case might mean that we could come off the page. I'll try to see if I can fit it in. If we manage, that would be great. As you can see, I did the arms as well. So now we can get started with the drawing. I talked a little bit less about the arms, but I find the hands. But I find that in general, hands are something that you have to just learn how to draw. Or you just, as an industrial designer, most of the time we are taught to just trace, take a photo of your hand with holding the object. Okay, of course, in this case, it's very difficult to do that. But in general, drawing hands is not something that, as an industrial designer, you're going to do a lot. I enjoy drawing hands in general. I'm not saying I'm good at them. I enjoy it. These hands are a little bit oversized. Like, it's a little bit, as you can see, my proportions are a little bit off here and there. But, I mean, once again, I'm not really a anatomy person. Just not my strength. I know my limitations. And that is also why usually I like to draw the different kind of mechs. But if you want to learn to draw something like this as well, yeah, that's it. It will come in handy to be able to draw anatomy. Well, as I sadly said, one part of the leg is falling off a little bit there. But if we give this some colors, it will look pretty much there. So shall we just start with the blacks or dark grays in this case? Well, this should have been green. I just messed that up. Like the whole thing is gonna look off now because I did not pay attention. That happens. Hey everyone, Editing Robert here. If you want to see the drawing and rendering of the EVA unit in full speed, head over to my Patreon. I uploaded it there for free. But the video was about breaking it down and understanding. That's why I thought I'll edit this down a little bit because it's quite a long part. So here is our final EVA unit drawn with built-up understanding. Is it perfect? No, far from it. But much less scratchy lines, much more understanding than I had here. So here I'm clearly knowing what I'm doing. This is sort of a good start, but you can feel like this slender really speaks much more towards the actual EVA unit. So I hope you did learn something. It is a very complicated subject, I know, but hopefully the fact that we don't need to, but it helps a lot if we break everything down to some very basic components and then we build it back up again. And if you want to check out these markers, I enjoy them a lot. I can recommend them. As I said, I did several robot sketches with these, very fun. There's also a robot sketch of this. You can check my Patreon for it if you are interested. No commentary, but just how I drew this one. So take a look at these markers if you like them. And with that, we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something from it, but the most important thing, as always, is that you folks have a great time, keep on sketching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!